Carpeau's moving marble bust of a grieving mother was shown at the Paris Salon exhibition in 1870. While walking in the Boulevard Monceau one day, the artist encountered a woman who had once been one of his models. She was deeply distressed at the recent loss of her child, and her anguish affected Carpeaux greatly. He took the woman back to his studio, and it seems he managed to capture an image of her grief in clay in just 2 hours. Several casts were made of the sculpture in plaster and terracotta, but this is the only version in marble. Making a marble version of a clay or plaster model is a complicated undertaking. Traditionally, a sculptor and his or her assistants would establish the position of a number of fixed points on the raw stone, and used these fixed points to plot the location of a shoulder or a nose, or to calibrate the depth of a chisel cut. Despite this mechanical process, Carpeau's marble is incredibly lifelike. The woman's head is flung backwards. The sinews of her neck are stretched in the most convincing naturalistic way. The twist of her body demonstrating her abject sorrow even more powerfully than the tear on her face. A French Catholic audience in the 19th century would have assumed that the Latin title, Mater Dolorosa, meant that the sculpture was intended to portray the Virgin Mary, grieving over the death of her son Jesus. But it's likely that Carpeaux had no such intention. He probably felt that using the Latin words made his work more universally relevant. This was not a representation of an individual grieving over the death of a child, but an image of grief itself. 3 years after its first appearance at the Salon, in fact, Carpeaux donated the marble bust to the French National Lottery to raise money to support the people of Alsace-Lorraine, the province in eastern France that had been devastated by the Franco-Prussian War.